LearnServe helped me realize that we're all interconnected. Even though we're the products of different places and cultures and mindsets, what we all have in common is our humanity. And even though we think that we're distant and apart and culturally different, we're all much more similar than we initially think. LearnServe helped me realize that my life goal will be to help others. I want to dedicate my life to service, to helping developing countries and underserved communities become empowered. And if it wasn't for my trip to Ethiopia, I would have never realized that, and I would have never become a social entrepreneur. So LearnServe really crystallized my belief in service and in my desire to help other people throughout my life. And I'm proud to say that it's made me into who I am today, and that I will continue to develop projects that help communities, and that I hope to be a serial social entrepreneur throughout my life. And I would have never come to that realization or life purpose if I hadn't gone to that trip to Ethiopia in 2004 with LearnServe International. I think that LearnServe social entrepreneurs need to always bear in mind what their values are. You know, what drives them to become entrepreneurs and why they work so hard. That burning desire to change the world, to help others, is going to be what sets you apart from the rest of the competition. They also need to remember that it's an incredibly difficult path. Entrepreneurship is always arduous, but when you become a social entrepreneur, you not only think about financial objectives, the bottom line, economic impact, you also have to think about helping people and communities and your beneficiaries, so it's even more hard. It's incredibly challenging, and there will be times of uncertainty and self-doubt, but in those difficult moments, I think LearnServe social entrepreneurs need to remember why they started their social venture in the first place. What was that moment, that community that they wanted to help, that moment that really impacted their life to want to dedicate themselves to service. That burning desire to help others is going to constantly motivate them and help them in the most difficult parts of their journey. To me, social innovation means tackling some of the world's most difficult issues, which are its social and environmental problems. Our innovation begins when we think creatively about how we can help improve somebody's life, how we can raise the quality of living in a community, how we can stop environmental damage and make our world a better place. These are paradigm-shifting, society-changing innovations that will hopefully inspire more people, more social entrepreneurs, more champions for change. And when we're social innovators, we are creating something like entrepreneurs do, that traditional entrepreneurs do. We're creating a product or an innovation, taking it to market, making people aware of our brand and our cause. But we're doing it for a much higher purpose, I think. We're trying to change the world and make it a better place and help people. And social innovation, for me, happens whenever a person thinks creatively about how to solve a problem and then creates a plan, an entrepreneurial plan to tackle it. It is inspiring. It is using that entrepreneur's experiences and expertise and vocation, and whatever it is, they're doing something a little bit different than the norm. They refuse to accept the standard way of doing things, the status quo. They are daring enough to challenge the system and to challenge the way that things currently are. And when you take on that cause and you're brave enough to execute your plan and develop a social venture and actually launch something, it is inspiring, and it requires bravery and talent and, of course, innovation. You're constantly being creative and trying to think outside of the box and tackling some of the world's most intractable issues. And for me, that's social innovation. Social innovation starts with you.